Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Intan Aries. I'm a student from Mulawarman University. I'm from English educational major. Today I'm going to recite a poem named Stopping on the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. This poem writes on 1922 and has element of era is modern era / romantic. Since it has nature elements. Then let me recite poem. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmer house near. Within the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound of the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Alright, let's talk about the meaning of each line of the stanza. So the first one is stanza 1. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So line 1 is whose woods these are, I think I know. So the speaker know about the owner of the woods. And the second line is his house in the village, though the person is, or the owner itself is living on the village. And the next is he will not see me stopping here. The owner of the woods will not see the speaker stopping by. And the last, to watch his woods fill up with snow. So the first one, whose woods these are, I think I know, is represent a god, the owner itself. And then the interesting part is to watch his woods fill up with snow. This was giving the woods giving the idea of the peaceful, cold, and tranquil silence can be meaning of the dead. And the next stanza, the second stanza is my little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmer house near. So my little horse must think is queer is like one part of the speaker, one part of him is questioning how speaker end up or stopping in this wood. Between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. So these two lines represent between the woods and the frozen lake, between the dead and life. And the darkest evening of the year is like the speaker feel he was in the lowest part of his life, like very down. The next stanza is stanza 3. He gives his harness bell a shake to ask if there is some mistake. So, this tells that the speaker questioning about herself again, about himself again. Here, if her life is some mistake, if he make some mistake by stopping here. The next line is the only other sounds the sweep of the easy wind and downy flake. So here is the sound of nature, and the only sound speaker can hear in nature that represent a beauty, a beautiful and a peace. The next stanza is the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The first line is the woods are lovely, dark and deep. Like I talked about before, the woods is like represent about the peaceful, the cold and the tranquil silence of the dead. So the speaker find the woods or the dead itself is lovely, dark and deep, full of peaceful. It lures speaker to stay in the woods, since the woods is peaceful place. And here are, but I have promises to keep. Speaker here realized that he had a promises to keep, promises to make himself a better person, promise that he made for himself and promise that he made for people around him. And the next line is and miles to go before I sleep. And repeat again, and miles to go before I sleep. Here, sleep represents a death itself, that a miles to go, like he has a long way to give up. So, and miles to go before I sleep. A sleep has a long way before he sleep or he die. This poem has an interest of toward the dead. Speaker that interested in that have a pull toward the dead, but he never gave up, and he realized that he has a promise to keep. So he will live his life hopefully with no regret. Alright, that's all for me. Thank you for the attention and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.